Hello friends, welcome to another daily analysis video on the gold and TJ. So as usual, we will talk about what happened yesterday, what were the setups presented as per our strategy, and which trades I took. So we will do this on both of these pairs, and then we will also talk about what are the setups that we are anticipating today on both of these two pairs. So first we will be going to start with the gold. So let's see what happened on the gold yesterday. So I'm directly on the 15-minute chart with VWAP and pivots on. So now we can see that yesterday the buys were bearish. I mean, daily 4-hour 1 hour was bearish, as you could see on the yesterday daily analysis video. So now on the 15-minute time frame, what we could see that yesterday what happened. So yesterday we could see that we were bearish on the 15-minute time frame as well. So we were around at this time when I created the yesterday video. So at this time I mentioned that okay, if we came up, basically create a high, we'll be waiting for a pullback to the VWAP to take long, or from this side I'll be waiting for a breakdown to the downside, and then we'll be waiting for a pullback and rejection from the VWAP to take short. So this is what I was anticipating yesterday. So now let's see what happened. So as we could see here, so I mean, we had a bearish market structure on the 15-minute time frame. This was the previous swing high. So here we can see that when the price was started going up, we broke these highs. So basically we broke the market structure on the 15-minute time frame. So once this happened, I was waiting for a pullback and rejection at the VWAP, some bullish candle closure or some rejections candle at the VWAP to take long in order to target this high, right? This is something I was awaiting. But what happened, we could see that this candle did not respect the VWAP. We came down. Finally we also came down below the pivot as well. So once we closed below the VWAP and pivot, I thought because the overall direction was bearish, all higher time frames are also bearish, so maybe we are coming down to retest this low. So I was waiting for the price to come down, create a new low, and then was waiting for some kind of pullback and rejection at the VWAP. But as we can see, that also never happened. Price just consolidated in this area for some time, and once we consolidated, then I thought maybe the price doesn't want to go down. So then in that situation, the thing was, we already broke the previous market structure with this high. So basically we already created a high. We also had a clean range on the left hand side. So what I waited for a candle closure above the this resistance that we created here, the pivot and the VWAP. Basically a candle closure above the VWAP I was waiting for in order to take long and target this high. But as we can see, we got this candle closure, and the problem with this one is that the stop loss was very big. So as we could see, once this candle closure, there was a setup. Definitely there was a setup. The only problem was that the stop loss was too high. So even if I had kept the stop loss below this candle low, it is coming something around 38 to 40 pip, which is a very big of a stop loss. I don't go beyond 25. So 15, 20, 25 pips are my usual stop loss. Anyways, I couldn't take this opportunity. Then what happened, the price basically create a high bounce, and then again I was waiting for some kind of a pullback to the VWAP with rejection. Price then again came down to the VWAP, as we could see here. So we came to the VWAP here, price came down, and as we could see this bearish candle closure, once this 15-minute bearish candle closed below the VWAP, it was a closure of the 30-minute and 1 hour as well. So basically we got a 15, 30 and 1 hour candle close below the VWAP, but still the price was making kind of higher highs and higher lows. So I was still looking for some kind of rejection candle. Once this bullish candle closed, although we were not closed strongly above the VWAP, but it was rejecting this pivot line, the market structure was bullish. Also we have this clean range on the left hand side, so I was pretty much interested in this. But again, the problem was that the stop loss was too big. So here we could see that once this candle closed, my entry was there, but the stop loss was below this candle low, and the target was this one. But the problem again is the same. We have the stop loss 38 pip, as we can see here. So again, did not take this trade, and after that I went for sleep. And although there was one more opportunity presented, the stop loss was better than the previous one, again clean range, market structure was kind of bullish, everything was there, but again the stop loss was better than previous one. It was something like 28, 29, 30 pips, something like that, but I couldn't take because I went for sleep at this point of time. So this is something what happened on the gold yesterday. Now let's talk about what is going to happen today and what we are going to anticipate. So we are going to start with the daily time frame. Let's see first of all how the daily candle closed. So now here we can see that we created a high. I mean the market structure is bullish on the daily time frame, but let's like from the intraday perspective, let's try to see. We have this support, price came down, and yesterday candle closed bullish but with a rejection. So basically we created a support, and right now there is a possibility price can go up, price can go down, but I would say if the price can come down, create a bottom wick first, then there is a higher probability price is going to fill this wick on the left hand side. But if we come up, create a top wick first and come down and break the low of this bullish candle, then there is a higher probability price is going to go down. So basically it's a 50-50, price can go either way, and we have to be ready for both scenarios on the lower time frame. Now let's go to 4-hour time frame to see more details of what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the market structure is bearish. So we created a low, lower high, lower low, and lower high. So as we anticipated, we basically can create a resistance to continue going to the downside. As we can see that we have this bearish candle closure here. So we anticipate the price to go down in the 4-hour time frame. Now let's go to on the 1-hour time frame to see what is happening on the 1-hour. 1-hour time frame market structure is again bearish. As we can see, price is creating lower lows and lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we created a lower high, basically resistance. Right now we anticipate the price to continue going to the downside to retest the previous low created by the price. Right, so now let's go to 30-minute time frame to see what is happening on the 30-minute time frame. Let's go to 15-minute directly to see what we can anticipate on the 15-minute time frame. So like as we saw on the higher time frame, there is a higher probability for the price to continue going to the downside. So right now, we can see that the price is around here, and if we can basically, come down, create a new low, so we can see that the price is kind of doing higher highs and higher lows here. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? So right now it will be great if the price can come down, create a low, and then we make a pullback and basically reject the VWAP around this area, so we can take short to target the next pivot line, which is here. So that is something we see here to the downside. And for the upside, what I will wait for the price to break these highs, create a new higher high, and then we'll be waiting for a pullback to the VWAP line and a rejection to take long in order to target the previous high created by the price. That is something I see on the long and the short side on the gold. Now let's go to our second pair, which is GJ. And GJ, again, we will start with what happened yesterday. So like yesterday, as we can see, so once we created this high, I was waiting for, because the price did not break the previous low here, right? So once we create this high, I was waiting for a pullback to the VWAP line and a rejection here to take long in order to target this high. But as we can see here, price did not respect the VWAP. We came down. Once we closed below the VWAP and the pivot line, so like the main bias was bearish, and all higher time frames were also bearish. So I thought like the price is going to go to the downside. Was not interested in breakout sells here because we have choppy price action on the left hand side. So I waited for a low and a pullback to the VWAP with the rejections, but we did not get any kind of rejection here, and the price closed above the VWAP at the pivot line here again. So once we closed here, so again, because we did not break this low, so I was waiting for the price to break previous high and then pull back and rejection at the VWAP to take long, but that is also not worked out because we could see here we came above, but we did not break the previous high. So the original bearish bias was still intact. So once the price started consolidating here in this area, I was waiting for a close below the VWAP to target this low created, because original direction was still bearish on the 15-minute and the higher time frame. So once we got this bearish candle close below the VWAP, that was my entry. I took one trade here, and So the stop loss was above this 15-minute candle high. It was around 20 pip, and the target was this pivot line. So as we can see, the price consolidated in this area for some time, but I got out because we had news around 6:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time when this candle went upside down. So I closed my trade here. It was like 4 or 5 pip in profit. So like if I could show you, so I close it on this candle because this candle close. Let me show you. So here, okay, so as we can see here, once we had this bearish candle close, once this candle closed, we had the news. So once this candle was about to close, I closed my trade, right? So it was like 4 or 5 6 pips something in the profit, and but eventually you could see that the trade worked out and we did not break our stop loss, and we went down to hit the target. This is what we anticipated. Anyways, this was the scenario which happened yesterday. So now let's talk about for today. For today, again, we are going to start with the daily time frame. We'll see what is happening on the daily time frame. So as you can see, we are continuously printing bearish candle, and so as we could see, the yesterday candle closed bearish, but we closed right at the support. We don't know what's going to happen today. It would have been a much clear picture if we had the bearish candle close below this support. We know that the next support is right into these areas. So a lot will depend upon, maybe we get a rejection and close above this candle. So if we close above back above, then there is a higher probability price is going to go up. Otherwise, if we close below this support, there is a higher probability price will continue going to the next support, which is right here. So now let's go to 4-hour time frame to find more details. 4 hour is bearish as we are making lower lows and lower highs. So as we can see, we created a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and right now I'm waiting for some kind of a pullback resistance formation to continue going to the downside to retest this low. So that is something on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's see what is happening on the 1-hour time frame. 1 hour is also bearish. As we can see, we are making lower lows and lower highs, right? So as we can see here, we created a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Then we create a new low. Right now, again, I'm waiting for a pullback and resistance formation maybe into this area to take short in order to target this low created, right? So that is something there. Now let's go to 15-minute time frame to find out what is happening. So we will also turn our pivot and VWAP on as well. So as we anticipated on all higher time frames, we are pretty much bearish, and I'm waiting for some kind of a pullback. So now I'm not interested in sell here because we have already made this big move to the downside, right? I'm looking for some kind of pullback to the upside before looking any kind of short. So right now, if we can consolidate in this area and take this pivot as a resistance, and by the time the VWAP come around this area, and finally if we get a candle close above the VWAP and the pivot, will be looking to take long in order to target this pivot line and more resistance on the left hand side. Also, if we can create a high, come down, retest the VWAP and pivot again, I'll be looking to take long again to target the same pivot and more resistances on the left hand side. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the gold and GJ. Also, I discussed about the trading setup that happened yesterday and which one I took. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.